welcome back to Luke's Anime Talk, where I go over some of the most recent anime I've been watching. And for this video, I'll be looking at the new film One Piece Film Red. But before I get into that, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to keep up to date with all future episodes. Okay, so let's get into the plot of One Piece Film Red. A huge crowd and the Straw Hats have arrived at a music concert to watch Uta, the world-famous singer. There are multiple songs throughout the movie, especially at the start. Suddenly, Luffy jumps onto the stage, and they recognise each other. They are childhood friends from Luffy's hometown. So basically, in the main series, you actually saw the background between the two, and Uta would come to Luffy's hometown with Shanks whenever he visited. Luffy also reveals Uta is Shanks' daughter. And this basically puts everyone to shock. Everyone in the audience is like, what? Shanks has a daughter? And it's nice to see them be bewildered by this fact. We get a flashback of the past and the day Uta didn't return with Shanks. So we get this look of Luffy like, what's going on? And Shanks is very despondent but won't say what happened. While talking, some random pirates and Oven and Broly from the Big Mom Pirates try to capture Uta, but she traps them with her music abilities. So she puts them onto these music boards where they put their notes on the paper. I don't know what they're called, but she traps them on them. Uta asks Luffy to stop being a pirate, but Luffy obviously brushes this idea off. Uta wants to create a place with endless fun and happiness for all, so there is no room for pirates, and after a struggle, traps all the Straw Hats. Luffy is saved, however, by the combo of Bartolomeo and Law. Watching on TV, the five elders believe Uta is a danger, so send multiple battleships to find and detain her on Elegia. While on the run, Luffy, Barto and Law meet Gordon, the former king of Elegia, and Uta's adoptive father, who raised her on the island. This all occurred after Shanks and his crew seemingly plundered and destroyed the island, leaving Uta behind. Uta arrives, chasing them off, and informs Gordon she intends to use Top Musica, an old and powerful song, which he pleads her not to do. So the song looks like really old paper, and what it sounds like is going to bring something forward or something evil. Luffy runs into Koby, who reveals Uta has the Sing Sing fruit, and when anyone hears her singing, they become trapped in the Sing Sing world like a dream, and everyone at the concert is actually asleep in the real world. And we get a good overview shot of all the people in the stands just asleep. All the Straw Hats are all sleeping as well. If Uta falls asleep, everyone would return to the real world, but Uta has eaten the wake shroom to keep her from falling asleep, but this also shortens her life. If Uta were to die, everyone would be trapped in the Sing Sing world forever. Back in the real world, the Marines try to capture Uta, but she uses the concert goers' sleeping bodies to fight them off. And this is crazy because she can use anyone, Koby, any of the Straw Hats, any of their powers to fight off the Marines, and the Marines would have to probably kill civilians to get Uta. Because of the TV signal, 70% of the world could be trapped in her Sing Sing world. So all of the concert was being sent out on TV signals on the telly, and millions of people could be trapped in the Sing Sing world now. The Straw Hats escape, and at the castle find out that if they summon the demon from Top Musica and attack it from both the real world and the Sing Sing world, everyone could return to their bodies in the real world. Because of the wake shrooms, Uta is becoming more unstable and angry. Shanks arrives in the real world to help, but the Marines start attacking Uta, making things difficult. So basically, the Marines and all the higher-ups are basically saying, kill civilians because we need to kill Uta, and if they get in the way, it's just going to be even more mayhem, so they're putting people at risk to save millions. Uta summons Top Musica, and Luffy tries to stop her, but when Uta tries to attack Luffy, Gordon gets in the way and explains everything. Before, in the flashbacks, it's revealed Uta accidentally released Top Musica when she was younger, and the demon destroyed Elegia, but Shanks took the blame and left Uta on the island so she could try and live her musical dream. So basically, Shanks took all the blame and left Uta there so she could live her dream as a singer and not be always lumped in with the red-hair pirates and as being a murderer, but to be a musician and bring happiness to the world. It's revealed Uta found out about this, but still went ahead with the plan. She got a transponder snail that washed up on the beach and found out about this. So even though she found out it wasn't Shanks just leaving her, she still went ahead with the plan for some reason. Usopp, with observation haki, connects with his father Yasop in the real world to coordinate their attacks. After a long fight, Luffy and Shanks hit the final blow and defeat Top Musica, but everyone is still trapped. Shanks tries to give Uta some medicine to get her to sleep, but she declines and instead sings to bring everyone back from the Sing Sing world. The Marines then try to take Uta, but Shanks stops them with his Conqueror's haki. The Marines retreat as a result, and it's revealed Shanks found Uta in a treasure chest from other pirates, but he still sees her as his daughter and then reconcile. Luffy wakes up later on the Sunny with the others and sees Shanks' ship sailing away with a presumably dead Uta laying on a table. Luffy remembers the best of Uta and proclaims he will be the king of the pirates. So I had a fun time with this movie. It's always going to be fun to see the Straw Hats in a One Piece movie. It's always going to be action-packed and all the budget is on the screen, making everything look amazing. So I was always going to have at least a fun time. First off, the music was great, especially the songs New Genesis, Top Musica. New Genesis was the overall theme of the movie. That was the official, when you thought of the film, that was the song they used. And then Top Musica was a very different song, very aggressive and a dark song, which I liked because it compared really well to the other ones. The action was awesome, all the fights were great, and they made sure to make everyone feel like they got good punches and good fights in. All the Straw Hats got their moments in the spotlight. We got moments from Robin, we got Jinbei, Usopp, Frankie, Nami, Chopper, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji. All of them got their good little moment in the sun. And it was good to see them all get their licking on the bad guys. So it was all good. All the budget was on show, as I said. So they put all of their money where they could. They put all the great animation they could. They made sure that everything looked amazing. And I'm grateful for that, because if it's not going to look great, why even bother putting it into a movie? So at least make it look amazing. It was a cool visual Easter egg of Gear 5. It wasn't too much, just a little. We saw an outline of it and then a faraway shot of his white hair. So I'm looking forward to seeing that pop in the anime. But it was nice to see a little glimpse of it here. It was an interesting choice to make Uta the villain. I wasn't exactly sure how I'd feel, and I think I definitely need to watch it again to get my full thoughts on it. But it was interesting at least. I'm surprised I agreed with the Marines on the occasion. So Uta was trying to kill, or trap at least, like so many millions of people, and the Marines were genuinely trying to stop her. And I kind of agreed with the way they were doing it, even if it was kind of looked at as bad. They were saving millions of people. The fight with Top Musica was cool. I liked the design for Top Musica. The demon had like keyboard arms and all kind of musical appendages. It was really cool. And then the last good thing was that it was good to see Shanks in the spotlight. We don't get to see Shanks very often, so it was nice to see him back on the big screen. Okay, and then a couple of my downer thoughts on the film was that I didn't feel sorry for Uta. She was evil, and she was one of those evil people that was like, oh yeah, I'm doing it for the best of people, and she tried to make herself look good, whereas I prefer villains that are just upfront about being mean and selfish. Those are the best villains, but Uta was just generally just evil because she was doing it for her own reasons. She even found out it wasn't all Shanks' fault, and found out that Shanks tried to save her from feeling like she'd killed so many people, but still hated him and still blamed him, and went through with the plan anyway, even if she knew Musica was going to be dangerous and hurt people. Like I said, Top Musica was dangerous, but she still did it. I don't understand why she would do it if she knew this demon was going to be dangerous and hurt millions of people. I don't know why she did it. And then what person would think trapping millions in another dimension against their will was a good thing to do? I get it wanting people to be happy, but at least ask them before you do it. Don't just drag them into your Sing Sing world and just assume they want to be there. I think that's a really selfish and evil thing to do, and that's why, from a story point, I thought Uta was kind of an evil person. I don't know why or how I could feel sorry for her. And then how can people listen to her music after she tried to abduct them? At the end of the film, we get a montage of clips of people listening to her songs, and they're just all enjoying it. But surely they found out that she tried to trap them all in her Sing Sing world. So I'm like, how can you even listen to her? She tried to abduct you. But that's the thing. I think the story was kind of weak in this film. I think I prefer Stampede story-wise overall. But the music was great in this film. I think that's what it mainly focused on. and the fight scenes were just great. I loved it overall. But I think if the story was a bit stronger, I think I would have enjoyed this movie a bit more. But yeah, if you enjoy One Piece, if you enjoy anime, this will definitely be at least a watchable film. And if you love just the action-packed fight scenes, you'll enjoy it enough just for that. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this film. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to keep up to date with all future episodes. And until next time, I will see you all later.